Hello. Howdy, howdy. Hello, Reborn and Errant TNG Charizard and Sunny Lena and Ghostly Ozzy. Hello, everybody. Got a couple of lurkers today? That's alright, Lena. That is A-okay. Some of us have had a stressful day or two, when it comes to our social lives. But seems to be getting a little better now. A mysterious voice emerges from the shadows. It does. And do you want to put a face to that voice? Wah! Hello! Whoop. Whoop. Didn't mean to do that. It's me. Added a couple of things to my just chatting screen. I made a follower goal. And I made a little thingo down here to like show you the different commands we can use and stuff. Not all of them, just like the important ones. It's been alright being going live from time to time. Hey! Whatever time you can go live, then, you know, go live when you're comfortable to. Is what one must do. Schedules are not perfect for everybody. They work for me, but even then I don't adhere to them all the time. But schedule's hard, so I understand. And obviously everyone has busy lives. Lives are hard. Life is hard. Oh my goodness, I didn't log into Mix It Up Bot yet. Whoops! Apologies if anybody redeemed that channel goal, and if you haven't, don't do it just yet, because I haven't gotten the bot fixed up yet. WebSocket authentication failure? What? What is this doing? No! Stream is failing! No! Alright. It said something was not doing well, so I'm just going to test something really quick. This is the wrong thing to test. This was the wrong thing! Where was it? Channel points. Let's just test. Nope. Okay. Add this one. Nope. Okay. We got some problems going on over here. Alright. Guess we gotta fix those first. You plan on playing Dead Island Live? What is Dead Island Live? I haven't heard of that game. Cause like Deja Vu talking about schedules already. Yeah, it is. Where's... Okay. No, that's not right. I forget even how to do this properly. Hopefully we can finish this case today because I has the sniffles and I want to give the killer of the case my sickness for framing the precious boy. Oh, hell yeah. You should do that. Deserved. Commands? Why the... What? It's just Dead Island. It's an Xbox game where you can choose between 4 characters who are immune to a zombie infection that spreads around the island of Hanoi. Oh, that sounds interesting. Alright, I'm gonna try something else because... Okay, let me just quickly pull up the rules. Okay, so my bot does work. However, the WebSocket doesn't. Okay. That is interesting. We've got commands. We've got chat. Advanced timers. Webhooks. Okay. No, it's not webhooks, is it? Oh, WebSocket. That's the word. Oh, what is happening? Accounts? No, that isn't it. Services. Overlay. Test connection. Mix it up. Overlay page visible. What do you mean by that, computer? Sorry about this, gang. Add a web browser source. Yeah. So I've got this link. And then I pull it up here. I have to open the bot before I open? Okay. Sorry, everybody. But how is everyone today? Alright, let's okay this again. And then let's try this again. Try refreshing the web page source in your streaming software. How do you do that? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna turn off a lot of my commands then, if that's not working. Sorry, everyone. Where is it? Time to turn off a lot of my channel point redeems because a lot of them do not seem to be working today. That's not fun. Alright. Viewer rewards, channel points, manage points and rewards. Let's just turn a lot of these off. We turn off entrance, quack, nut, head pats, pat zap. Yeah, my goodness. Sorry about that. We are back to our business now. Ugh. That sucked. From what it sounds like... Okay, let me check this. No, your posture check and stretch ones stay. Because those don't have any, like, overlay or they don't do anything to the stream. So you get to keep that. Test connection. Alright, I'm gonna disconnect and connect it. Nope, it doesn't wanna... Alrighty. Things aren't doing too well today, but that's alright. We all good. We all good. We move forward. We move forward. So, today, we should be finishing the final episode... The final part of our beautiful game, Trials and Tribulations, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I did that. I said that all in the complete wrong order. That is delightful. But last week we did a bunch of we did half of the last trial. Well, I think this is the last trial. Hopefully we finish this up. I don't know. Be really awkward if I, like, put it everywhere. WebSocket authentication failure. Okay, I'm Googling this. WebSocket authentication failure OBS. So Luke Atme obviously did both the murder and did somehow the other crime of the whatchamacallit, the theft as well. But how can a man be in two places at once? That is the real question here. So, I do think that someone else is in on this. I do think someone else is in on this, to be quite honest. And I'm not sure. I think it is the... What if we did enable debug logging? Apply. Seven, four, 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 four. Apply. Posture check? Oh, alright. Checking posture. Posture is being checked. My OBS WebSocket settings is no longer responding. Uh-oh. Oh, OBS in general is not responding. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Hello? I am back? What am I using for my WebSocket shenanigans? I'm using the OBS WebSocket settings, whatchamacallit, thingamajig. Can't think of the word. And I'm also using Mix It Up Bot, like the program Mix It Up. So I am... Oh! Oh! Oh, never mind! Oh, never mind! 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 Let me try something. Real quick. Let me try something. Let's try... Let's try bonk. Yes. There we go! Okay, I bonked. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I think I can turn these channel point redeems back on then. And I'll test those too. Alright. We test these. Twitch channel points. Head pats. Pat me! Oh no, pat it. You didn't pat me. That's the wrong pat. Whoops! Pat zap. There we go. We pat zap now. Nut? Nut works. Does quack work? Quack works. There we go. Everything's okay! Thank goodness. Thank you everyone for sticking around for that. That was a little annoying. But we got it done now. Thank goodness for that. Yes, where were we? We were talking about my... We were talking about the game. We were talking about the game, which was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, the second case in that game about a theft and then a murder happening at the same time and trying to figure out how the fuck that happened. Obviously, one guy wasn't in two places at once. If we were supposed to hear a quack, I'm not sure we did. Did you not hear a quack? Did you not hear a quack? Did you hear it? Did you hear nut though? You didn't hear either of those. Oh, what? Make sure the audio browser source that plays the quack is set to broadcast and monitor. What did I just do? That was an accident. Alright. Audio, alerts and bubbles, mix it up. Properties. Okay, okay. This should do something. Okay. No, I've got it. I think I've got it. Did you hear that? You heard that. Okay, I didn't. I didn't. So now I'm confused. Okay. Where's the mix it up audio? There it is. Monitor off. Monitor and output. Okay. Quack again. There we go. Okay. Alright, okay. All of our problems are solved now. Let me just check the other things. I'll just check nut.
Nut.
There we go. Alright. That should mean you will hear that as well. I'll try it again to check.
Nut.
Okay, good. Alright. We got it. Alright. Whoever wants to use the make an entrance channel point redeem, feel free to do that. You can do that now. Whoopsies.
Our tea has arrived.
There we go, it works! Oh, thank goodness for that. I figured things out eventually because I can do that sometimes. Whoops. WebSocket stuff is hard, but hey, we got it done now. So I'm glad everyone is doing fairly well. I hope if you're not doing that well, can make things better. Ooh! Yes! HiPads is a company, is a store that I am an affiliate with. And it is a mousepad store. You can go to the website and use my code to get 10% off a cool mousepad. They look so cool. I haven't got one yet, but I want one so bad. There's like a purple one that I'm really interested in. So yeah, that's a cool thing that you can do for me now. Or, yeah, do to help support me. But obviously it doesn't have to be done. Don't do it because you haven't, if you don't need anything or don't want anything. It's just there if you're interested. There. I put my foot in my mouth so many times. It is ridiculous. I'm sponsored? No, I'm not sponsored. This is an affiliate program that any streamer can sign up to. So, yeah. Any streamer can sign up to it. It doesn't have to be, it isn't like a specific sponsor or anything like that. But that's still, that's still cool. But they're doing good business because everything's sold out. Is it? Oh my goodness. Damn, it must be good business then. Well, sorry about that. But yeah. I think it would be cool to get more like sponsorships and stuff in the future. And I think I will look into getting sponsorships and stuff in the future. But until I feel more on my feet in terms of streaming and content creation in general, I'm just going to focus on what I can do to make my content better at the moment, if that makes sense. And then maybe after that, we can figure out what I can do, if that makes sense. So, bear with me while I figure things out. Excited for a sec because I thought the only streamer I watched got a sponsorship. No, I have not gotten a sponsorship yet. I don't think I'm big enough and I haven't reached out to any. I do get like sponsorships in my stream elements to play like Raid Shadow Legends and stuff like that, but I don't know how much like my viewers would be interested in that sort of thing because that is not really a game that I normally play. It's not something that a lot of people are familiar with. And so that's why I've been like holding off on doing stuff like that. But honestly, sponsored streams hopefully will come sometime in the future. Yeah. Want to be like totally transparent with all of you for stuff like this, if that also makes sense. My brain does not work. But yeah. I think it is time for my silly little brain to dive into my silly little game. Let me open the game real quick. There we go. Oh. I still have the theory that the wife is involved. I am still completely sure that the wife is involved in it somehow. Oh, I also need to make a throne command. That would be cool. Alright, that's right. Another time. I'm just getting ideas off the top of my head. but it is game time now. So I still think the wife is involved somehow with framing Ron Delight. I think Desi is still into it. I feel like if Kelly was a Pokemon trainer, we would just be the Pokemon they've caught so far. Hey, that's a good question. If you were a Pokemon, what would you be? Or what would you want to be if you were a Pokemon? I personally would want to be a Buizel. I think Buizel is the perfect Pokemon, honestly. I think Buizel is ideal. But yeah, it is time to continue. Ooh? Ooh? Hello? Okay. I thought my mic died for a while. Decidueye? I forget what Decidueye looks like. Is Decidueye the... Yeah, Decidueye is Rowlet's final evolution. I forgot what it looked like for a second. I am not very familiar with a lot of later generation Pokemon. I haven't played the games or been passionate to the same extent that I was about like Generation 4 and stuff like that. So I still need to learn more. Like there's this game I play called Squirtle, right? And it is basically Wordle, but you guess Pokemon by like what generation they're from, what types they are, their height and weight. It is such a fun game. I might just do a stream where I just show you all Squirtle at some point because it's really fun. But yeah, I do it sometimes, and whenever it's like something over Gen 4, I'll have to like Google the Pokedex to actually remember what Pokemon are there. I do sometimes have to Google like lower generations as well, because I feel like I'm not familiar with every single Pokemon anymore. And I was never familiar with all their like heights and weights and stuff like that. I've fallen off. I have flopped. I need to get back into Pokemon again. I need to learn more. I need to do better. I need to do my research. You don't know all of the Pokemon? I mean, you don't need to know all of the Pokemon. You can just, your opinion can change over time. Same with like your indecisiveness. You don't have to have one definitive answer right now. So like my answer, because like obviously more Pokemon are also coming out all the time. We've got a new region coming up in a couple of months, and that's going to have a ton of new Pokemon. So like there's no pressure for you to choose one Pokemon and stick with it, because this is just meant to be a fun little question, if that makes sense. Speaking of, have you seen the new Diglett variant? It's so funny looking, but I love it so much. Its name is like Wiglet or something, and I absolutely adore that. It's so funny. Alrighty. In we go. My sis? Oh, of course, because Mia turned up in the last part of the... Last part. The last part of the stream. I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So then, she's still alive. Inside your heart. Oh, Maya. It's Wiglet. It's not a new form of Diglett. It's a different Pokemon. It's a different Pokemon? I thought it was just a variant of Wiglet, like how there's variants of other Pokemon. That's so weird. Okay. That's new information to me. Nicky boy. Oh, Miss Delight. I swear. I have the worst feeling that this woman is evil. There is something going on with her that we don't know yet, and I think she's a part of this entire crime. I swear. I think she is. They showed regular versions of Diglett in one of the trailers, so that rules it out. Damn. Then, okay. I feel like it would have been better as a variant than a completely different Pokemon altogether. Especially when they've set a precedent for, like, variants and stuff like that. So that's a little strange. Is it true the detective is the real killer? To be honest, we don't have any definite proof. But he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he at Lordly Taylor that night? Not to mention, you don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Kane Bullard? Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. Oh. Didn't we have like a 20-minute recess or something? That did not feel like a 20-minute recess. I need to find some solid proof. And it's gotta happen sooner rather than later. I mean, these cases always take like a year and a half. I don't think this proof is going to be found sooner at all. Oh, hello, Geordie LaForge. Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atney, please take the stand. Ooh. It's time to pull him apart. Again. Most of the recess was Wright getting Luke out from his trial. Oh, okay, I forgot about that. My bad. Well, how do you do, sir lawyer? Oh, stop doing that. I do not want to see your eyeball that up close, my guy. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, stop blinking. I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Master Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke Atme has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Master Mask. Indeed, it's truly child's play to ignore the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Master Mask? Of course. Well, we played right into his hands, didn't we, with the first trial? We didn't realize that this is exactly what he wanted. Being accused and being found out as being Master Mask was his plan all. This sneaky bitch. Very well then, Luke Atme. Let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 AM, Kane Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time? One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge. Thanks. Oh! Hello, Coffee Man! Alright, Mr. Atme, the night of the murder. Speak. Oh, why do we have to hear him gulping? Does he really gulp that loud? That we, across the room, as Phoenix Wright, can hear it? Hate that. We're all ears. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. And so it begins. I was stealing the urn as Master Mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. This time at which the camera captured Master Mask was the same time as the murder. I don't know where we're going to go with this. I legitimately have no idea. Like, with a lot of other cases, I do have my theories, and I do have my ways where I feel like I know where this is going. But this is not one of those times, folks. It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene. Everything else up until now is all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Master Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Atney, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know he is a fool. We love villains who use the word fool way too much for their own good. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. Thanks, Maya. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. Okay, we'll start by pressing, as we always do. So this photograph is the proof, correct? Indeed it is. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That is why I am called Master Mask. But but conveniently, that also means there is no way to tell who this really is. Well, what do you mean? Objection. Huh! Are you saying that this is not, in fact, Luke Atney? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Master Mask to create an alibi? Oh, what an interesting idea. Oh, stop it. Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice? Shit. Saving! I mean, I honestly think he did have an accomplice. Unless he somehow... Nah, I can't think of it. He must have done it, right? He must have an accomplice. But I don't know if I could name them. I'll still click this anyway. If Luke Atney was at KB Security during the murder, then the Master Mask in this picture has to be a fake. Exactly. You had an accomplice. Now remember you've said that, Mr. Trite, because there's no going back. If you're making baseless claims, I'll treat you to a penalty myself. That penalty is probably boiling hot, too. So who is it, Mr. Trite? Who was the accomplice? Shit. Who was the... We could just put Master Mask down as the accomplice. That would be funny. No, I'm... Cool. I need to check something. Where's... Alright. So they have a smile and they have a little bit of lip on the bottom. I'm trying to tell just by face. Just by face alone. You know what? I'm just gonna present my theory. Let's try it. It was this person. Ha! That's quite the prank you're trying to pull. Do you have any evidence that this person is in fact the accomplice? Well, the aura. The aura that this person has around them is... If you're going to judge someone by their aura, you'd be right up there as the #1 suspect, Mr. Wright. Me? What the hell? Okay. Actually, let's just keep going. No. We're not going back that far. We're doing this question again. Name the accomplice. I think my theory might be correct. What is your theory, Reborn? Unless you've, like, Googled it and actually confirmed that it is correct. Alright, let's try Rondolite again. Because I think Rondolite is the second one. Nope. Alright. Nope, that's not... We load back this one up. I nearly loaded the wrong trial. Okay. Okay. I had my first theory, then I had my second theory, and now I'm finally going to do my last bullshit theory. Which is, what if I just... What did I do? What did I just present there? I didn't mean to. Alright, we try that one more time. I know I am jumping the gun here, but let's do Master Mask. Nope. Okay, I thought it would be a really funny meme thing to do, but I guess not. All right, we'll just say no then. We'll give it up. If Luke Atney was at KB security during the murder, then the Master Mask in this picture has to be a fake. Then there really was an accomplice. But right now, I have no idea who it was. I don't have any idea right now either. Baseless objections to just what that guy wants. There's got to be another way, and I'm going to find it. Dang, so we can't just get straight to the point. At all. That kind of sucks. Haven't been Googling anything yet, but how do I put this? Sometimes your best ally is yourself? If your theory is that Atney has like a twin, or like a clone or something, that's definitely also a theory. We know nothing about this man's life, other than the fact that he is a quote-unquote detective, and it turns out that he is a thief and or murderer. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he had some sort of twin. Oh, what did I do then? Okay. Had more than enough time to prepare, it was a pathetically easy job. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point? That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right? Indeed. There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see. You truly are evil, aren't you? Yes, evil is what I am. Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Atney was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. Do we have to present something there? I'm fascinated. So we need to present something here. Maya has pointed out that there's very obviously something here. It was a pathetically easy job. What do we present here? To contradict that evidence, possibly. Like, what can we do to prove about first heist? Maybe this? Maybe we present that. Unsure. Alright. I'm gonna save. And then continue. I believe Adrian Andrews... Oh, wait, I already did this. Whoops! Oh, no, I didn't do this! Oh, whoops, okay. Oh my goodness, my brain. Oh no, we did do this! Oh my goodness, okay. Okay, I'm pressing this again. I'm so confused. Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. That's right, that was over 20 days ago. You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch. Right? Why is this in red? Is the question here. You sent out the card after you began your security watch. And he's proud of his ace detective skills, but the urn was stolen. I have to present something there, but I'm not sure. Let's press everything else first and then see if we can get to that, because I'm confused.
So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct? Indeed it is. That is it. That very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's really odd. You say that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose. He was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up. We all have days like that. Do we? I don't. I feel like if I was committing a theft like that, I wouldn't be that stupid. Indeed, it turned out that there was no such thing as the perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing, a sad, blue melody. It looks like I'd better gather more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's got to be something phony in that photo. Okay, press this now. About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come on now. It's all too clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you? When did anyone say that? You're just giving us reasons to be suspicious of you, dude. I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I see. It looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious. So this alibi is false? It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard at KB Security. But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Either the master mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Oh! Okay. So, either the master mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is a fake. Ooh, that puts a spinner in it. So what could we do to prove that the photo was fake? Let's check the data here. The camera went off once at around 1 AM. Okay, I thought maybe we could be specific because the photo is for 12:58, but it says around 1 AM, not at 1 AM. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. I feel like we have to present something here, but I don't know what. I have two ideas. That's the card or Luke at me. Himself. I present himself to himself. I'm gonna do this first. No? Alrighty. Alright, that didn't work. We present a calling card. No? Then, I was stealing the owner's master mask just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. And Maya pointed out something that if he wanted to keep his reputation as the ace detective, why has he made it so obvious that he's master mask? About first heist. The gem and the thief. Maybe this? No? Okay, I am already stumped, baby. Let's look at the evidence. Okay. Agatama. We've got poster. The card, the camera data. The Shichishito. The photo, the blackmail letter. Ron's wallet. Publicity photo? No, I don't see how that would work. Oh, invisible thinking cap intensifies. Oh, this is barely invisible. You can probably hear the cogs turning in my head right now as I try to figure it out. When Adrian dropped the urns box 2 weeks ago, she also knocked over some paint. So that was 2 weeks ago. It turned out to be my witness. What if we just present the photo? Nope. Got any ideas, gang? Because I have none. I feel like I've gone through all my ideas. You just figured something out? Figured out what, Reborn? I need to know. They want me to pick someone. We don't have any evidence yet, I don't think. I don't think we can use this part as anything. Da, 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 da. That means possibly leave an accomplice. And can I name an accomplice here? I don't think I can. We do believe there is an accomplice, but we also believe that you think? What do you think, Reborn? Tell me! Alright, I'll press this again to see if I can figure it out. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. Wait. Don't you have to also give evidence to name an accomplice? Do I? I think I may have figured something out here, but I'll try your theory first. You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch. Indeed, there was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. Detective Atme was always proud of his ace detective skills, but if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. That's true. Yes, I do have to give evidence. I'll see if there's a... The thing is, they don't ask me to give evidence. So am I choosing the wrong person? Who have I chosen here? Maybe I choose him. Himself. No, it wasn't. Oh? No, he's laughing again. No, we don't have any evidence. Alright, no. Okay. See, they don't even give us the option to produce evidence for any of these people. I think it's possible that Atme somehow tricked Ron into being his accomplice. I already put Ron in as the accomplice and they didn't let me give evidence. So I think that's a dead end. I do think Ron is one of my suspects for the accomplice, but I don't think we can do anything here at the moment. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Master Mask was the same time as the murder. I don't get it! I don't get it! I don't get it! I don't get it! You think I altered the timestamp? That's in red, so that means something. I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Either the Master Mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Turned out to be my witness. Alright, let's check this again. So that's the night of the crime. I don't... You got a big hint earlier? You did? I did? You did. I did? No, I know that there are hints. Photograph contains no words, but in this case it turned out to be my witness. Let's press this one again. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. Lordly Taylor provided the camera. There's no way I could have tampered with it. That means I could not have killed Kane Bullard unless I had an accomplice. Come on, think long and hard about that night, the basement warehouse, and this picture that supposedly captures it. It's got to be here. Is there something funny about this picture? Oh! Oh, there's something! Oh, there's more! Oh, it's doing that thing again where you have to press things several times to make things work. Oh my gosh, I actually hate this mechanic. Oh well. The only other thing I can think of is something to do with how the calling card was sent 10 days before the heist. Yeah, I was also on the idea of that. But I'm gonna go, you bet there is. Are you implying that this picture is a fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. And there's something in this photo that doesn't match the memory of that night. Very well, then let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph do you find funny? Okay. What do I find about this photograph that's funny? I think the paint spill has to do with this. Right? The funny part is right here. Oh, please be correct. Why, this is a blood stain. Oh my gosh, Judge. Ah, blood. Now this case is getting interesting. Not exactly. This stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach colored at that. From blood to peaches, the judge sure loves getting on his wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is, when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Yeah, I had been thinking that. Where was the portrait of Amy? The portrait? The statue. My bad. Oh. Good evening. Hello, Tiny Fox. How are you doing today? Oh, he's stressed. Well, Mr. Wright? What is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? Amy Faye's golden statue. The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I myself was there the night the theft took place, and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been there.
Objection.
But when I went there the day after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally? Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance. Huh. In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night? Can you do it, Nick? Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime?
Oh no. I don't know the answer to this. If Atme was hired to watch over it, and he wants to maintain his reputation as an ace detective, having it get stolen would poorly affect his reputation. Unless he happened to be the detective who finally yeah. No, agreed. What did you realize, Reborn? You're at Disneyland for— oh my goodness, Tiny Fish! I nearly called you Tiny Fish? Where did that come from? Tiny Fox, that sounds awesome. I've never been to Disney. I've never been overseas, so obviously I've never been to Disneyland. Is it good? Is Disneyland fun? Who moved the statue? There are 4 options for this. We have Adrian, Ron, Luke Atme, and Master Mask. What if I don't think anyone moved it? Can I just click a button that says nobody? Who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime? Luke. Question mark? The one who moved the statue was none other than Luke Atme. Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions. Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where our battle really begins. Okay, we gotta keep saving. Gotta keep saving so we don't get hurt. Disneyland is great, especially during the fall. Everything is decorated with pumpkins. Oh, that's awesome! Once in 6th grade, we had a couple of like extra teacher helpers from a university coming to help teach, and they taught us about like the history of like Halloween and stuff. And basically they made a giant carved pumpkin, and they were like, whichever student we think does the best in the class will, in the classes that we teach, we will give them the pumpkin, the carved pumpkin. And they gave it to me, baby. I got myself a pumpkin that year. It was very cool. Annie Banani, welcome! How are you doing today? Sneaks in and curls up to chill. Yeah, it's chill time. All my streams are chill times. Right, but, well, I'd say chill, but we are solving a murder right now. Oh no, I should gift Zephyrberry Bot a sub so they actually have the so they actually have access to the emotes that I'm making them try to use. Whoops. Alright. The reason for moving the golden statue. Here's where our battle really begins. Thank you, Ghostly, for using that command, by the way. Sorry. Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue?
The reason can be found here in this photograph. Look at me. You pretended to be Master Mask to create an alibi showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue. A single fatal flaw? Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Just where in this picture does this lie exist? Ooh. In what part of the picture does this lie exist? I don't know! Cozy is nice. Cozy is nice. Cozy is perfect. We love being cozy and comfy in streams and settling down. But where is the lie? I can think of three possible things for the lie. The first lie is his neck, because the charm isn't there. That was something we brought up earlier in the case. Second is the time. If we're trying to prove that the photo or Master Mask is a fake, but if we're trying, well, more specifically, if we're trying to prove that the photo is a fake, the time would be the biggest lie. Finally, the box. If there's one thing you do not see on the box, it is the pink paint stains that are on it. That came from it being in the pink paint stain, right here. So there are three possible things I could go for here. But I'm going to try the time first, because I think what we're trying to... My belief, honestly, I don't know if we can prove it, but my belief is that this photo... Ooh. 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 Okay. Here's where my mind is going. I'm gonna zoom myself in and do ASMR. No, I'm not. What I'm thinking right now is I don't have any of the evidence that I can't like bring up any evidence right now while I'm talking about this. So, Luke Atby hired himself 20 days before the heist happened to play security. I think he was trying to get a scope of the place, get a scope of maybe what to steal from there. Then, 14 days before the heist, what's her face? Adrian Andrews drops the urn in the paint and then like fixes it and stuff like that. And then I think that's when Luke Atby sees the urn and decides to steal the urn specifically. I'm not sure why, but I think that's why he decides to steal the urn. He creates this photo that looks like he's stealing the urn, or he creates the photo of him stealing the urn maybe around a similar time when the calling card comes in, saying that he's going to steal the urn. And then somehow fakes the camera. Possibly. I think. I don't know. Not sure. Offered Leak, thank you for the follow. I don't know if that, I can never tell. Do, like, my follow notifications turn up in my stream? Because I never get the alerts that they happen. But, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the strawberry patch. I hope you're having a good day. Alright, I'm gonna do the time. Alright. That's my rant over. Let's try it. Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp. But what do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atney went to KB security and murdered Kane Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lordly Taylor at this time. But what does that have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor. When was this statue placed besides the warehouse door? Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime. And it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke Atney had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse. Yep, my theory is sliding into place now. Ah. So on the day of the crime, Mr. Atney must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atney had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it had been in his photo. Ooh! Oh, we're getting him, folks! Order! Order! Mr. Atney, is this true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? But what's that? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordly Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Yeah, let's go. Order? Order. Mr. Godo, what is the meaning of this? Of course. Get back to sipping your coffee. Godo, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. I've promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial. Which means I'm still good to the last drop. However, the defense has made a very good point. A good point? So what? We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points. I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points. So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied, which is that it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No way! Don't fall for that, Your Honor! Hey, Mr. Damask. Yes? If there's no funny business in your actions as Master Mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn. And here we go. Testimony number 2. I first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box in Zvari. It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 AM on October 12th. Now where do we continue from here, huh? That's pretty much all stuff we've heard before, right? Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave. Witness, you sure there are no mistakes this time? Zvari. Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alrighty, let's continue. We save first, as we always do. I received the request from Lordly Taylor. Oh no, did he not? Okay, I did say earlier in my theory that Atme hired himself, but no, Lordly Taylor asked Atme. My bad. You were asked to guard the urn by Ms. Adrian Andrews, is that right? Indeed. It seemed that they had heard of my sparkling reputation. I see Ms. Andrews is still attracting the widows. No! Poor Adrian. You better watch out too, Maya. What? Why did Maya gotta watch out? What did Maya have to do with that? You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn, and she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me. Huh. Interesting new tidbit. That is interesting new tidbit. I feel like I know what to present, but I don't know where and how. So you're sure that you had never seen the urn before? Indeed. You may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, I, Luke Atme, let no information whatsoever slip through my fingers. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my... Oh! Oh, never mind! This is where we present! This is where we present, is it? Isn't it? Right? Where's the... No, where is it? Oh. No, I swear at some point the urn had information on it that said it was worthless. Right? Okay, I'll press this first. You mean this calling card? That's right. That is, without a doubt, my calling card. I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all. Of course, because Atme knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him. Alright, we try this again. Keep pressing. Then no one entered the basement warehouse. Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. At last I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 AM on October 12th. Keep looking, you'll find something? I hope so. And this is the photo that proves that, huh? Indeed. To be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much. Hey, Nick, if this photo is a fake, Detective Atme might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken. That's true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. I need to take a good hard look at the court record. Not a lot to go on, is there? That detective's been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination. That he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime. Alright then, how do we do that? There's one thing that the Atme stated very clearly, that he had never seen the urn before he stole it. We need to prove that he's lying. Okay, so obviously this is where we have to present, right? So we save here. We have to prove somehow that he has seen the urn. Would it be this? I feel like this could possibly be it. No? No, okay. We load then. Okay, so pictures of the urn don't count. Alright, let's see then. I'll be coming to Purloin, the most priceless work of art in your Treasures of Kareen exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn. How does he know it's speckled? Yeah, this is it. Mr. Atme, if you really are Master Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course. Is there a problem with the calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Master Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn. Yes, that is true, but so what? Truth be told, there is no way that Master Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor. Huh. Ooh, he's steaming. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say an error-prone human. Oh, don't talk about Adrian that way. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn. Ugh, you can't be serious. And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. Whew. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. Wow! Hell yeah, we're getting there! Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, that did it. He's broken. Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose. Huh? Oh, of course he's smug again. He's fixed his visor. Huh. It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Master Mask. And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. No way! Don't fall for that too, Your Honor! You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Cain Bullard? And let me ask you this. Why would he do that? An excellent point. Oh. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive. Might you, my merry murderous motive manifest? Damn, that was a lot of M's. Nick, he's getting his second wind. If he prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Rondelite as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one with any motive we've seen is Rondelite. Isn't that right, Detective? Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were. I'd be honored to, Sir Old-Timer. Why would we believe him? Why are we going to believe that this man knows the other man's motives? Why are we trying to take this man's word as law when he has been proven to lie so many times? Anyway. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. Testimony number 3. Oh my gosh, this keeps going.
Alright, we continue.
I, Luke Atney, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy. So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant? This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter.
What?
Oh no, so it's definitely written by Bullard? That sucks. Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. Here we go. I'm waiting for Luke to just reveal that he plays tennis and has a brother. Is that in reference to something? Because I don't know what it is. Alright. First, we save. Again. Had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Press. And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. Ah! After doing a thorough background check... After doing a background check of Detective Atney and Kane Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work? They were both involved in security. No. That was blunt. In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. Alright, that didn't seem to have any information. Alright. Mistook? That's right, mistook. From the Old Norse mistaka, meaning to take an error. That wasn't what I meant. Just who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be? Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course. Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Press harder. We always press harder. We never leave it. Press harder, all the time. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? Zvari, take a look at this newspaper. Oh, that's the famous Tear of Emanon, a magnificent jewel. That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant. The defendant? The victim clearly misread this article and Zvari, he got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask. I see. That was an unusually reasonable deduction. Okay, I think there's nothing there to present to. I think it shows us at this point when we press, like what, it gives an indication of that's the one that we should be presenting at. We just have to figure out what evidence it is we present with. Here's the reference. Wah! Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've made that connection before. Or at least, not maybe it on stream itself, but in my head, I do understand that that I am making myself, I'm making Luke Atney's voice very much a Wario voice. That wasn't my intention, but that is how it ended up. This guy is Wario now. Yay! You mean this blackmail letter right here? It says bring $50,000. And the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's? There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it. But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee? This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder... What's up, Nick? I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? Whoa. Do you have any evidence of that? For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling. But there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied?
Okay, so that obviously gave us information that Phoenix now doesn't believe that the blackmail letter was meant to be sent to Delight. And I can believe that as well. I believe that it was either sent to Atme and then Atme planted it, or he sent it to... Look. I am still on this train that Desi is somehow involved in this. I'm so convinced. Nothing is going to stop me from doing that until this case is completely over. I think she's a part of it. So maybe the letter was meant for her. And then she planted it. But if Luke Atme planted it for Delight, then how? They're right, there still is no correlation between Atme and Bullard yet. But I'm curious. I'm confused and curious. I believe it was sent to Master Mask. Yeah, that does make sense. Wrong brother? Wrong brother. What brother did I say? Did I say Waluigi or Wario? Because I did mean Waluigi. If I said Wario... Whoops. What do you mean by that? Oh my, I was certain you were already aware. Zvari. KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was security team chief, I stole data from the company. Kane Bullard had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief. Here is a file that we discovered in Mr. Bullard's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullard was receiving money through blackmail. However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money, even though he wasn't actually Master Mask? On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance. Press here. Do you really think that story is going to hold up? That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid. What do you mean? I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight. Oh? Ronnie thinks he's Master Mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. No, I swear. She has to be a part of this, right? Oh, I said Wario. Whoops. My bad. Maybe this is the crack ship of the night, but maybe Atme is trying to be with Desiree? Oh my gosh. That's definitely a theory. Definitely a crack theory. Alright. Ha! Well, Mr. Trent? Was he trying to act like Miss Delight just now? I thought he was actually pretty convincing. Of course he did, Maya. Okay, so that's not important. Let's try this one. Now that's just your imagination talking. Come on now, Sir Lawyer. I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction, the result of carefully applied reasoning. Can we hear that careful reasoning for ourselves? Oops, stretch! Stretch I will. Oh, posture check. Posture check I will. I will do both. Thank you, Reborn. It's a long story and better save for another time. Very well, another time. Those so-called long stories aren't usually all that long. At least not in my experience. So you're going to try to connect Detective Atme to Mr. Bullard, right? Yeah, that's right.
Hopefully it won't require surgery either. In that case, you'll have to talk about the blackmail. That's true. Was that blackmail letter really intended for Ron? Since we don't have enough information, you should press him for more testimony. Maybe I'll be able to shake some contradictions loose that way. Okay, so we need to press him again. Ugh. What the hell? Alright, let's try this again. And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. Doing background checks, we were unable to find any links between them. The only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. That pressing didn't work. Mistook. Definition for mistook. That wasn't what I meant. Who did the victim mistake him to be? Ron Delight. Press harder again. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? Take a look at this newspaper. Oh ho, that's the famous Tears of Emanon. Shows Magnificent Detective. The defendant's in that photo as well. Impression that the security guard was the light. Unusually reasonable deduction. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. Okay, let's try pressing this one again, because this one had information the first time. You mean this blackmail letter right here? Okay, we've already been through this bit as well. And we don't see an addressee, but it was in Delight's apartment. I wonder. I just had a thought, what if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? No, we've done this. But something's not quite right about this blackmail letter. I'm not satisfied. I'm actually not satisfied, Luke at me. I'm actually quite confused. Okay, let's read this. Blackmail letter. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 AM on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond. You mean this red diamond? The one that he bragged about? Like, a while earlier? I can't think of an exact time earlier. Oh, shit. You present the letter. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme? Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that. You'll want to talk. At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you've got there, Junior? Indeed. Time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. What? 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 Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. Okay, well, he doesn't have a diamond here. But there's no... But the contradiction isn't something we have here. Wait, what? What do we... I guess just present at me? That's... I guess, maybe? Huh. A little 2-1 punch like that wouldn't even faze me. No, it's not right. Oh, maybe it is right. I think you mean 1-2 punch. Mr. Right. Try thinking things through a little more before finding fault with others. Damn it. Alright. I don't know where I last saved, so I'm gonna load again.
Do I present it here? I do, okay. This is where we go. Alright. Contradiction. Speed run. Okay, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Alright, time to man up. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. Is the Tear of Emanon a ruby? No, the Tear of Emanon is this. Is this blue jewel. It's not a red diamond. Can I click the red diamond? I can't. What is this? No, that's not that photo. Calling card? No. A shot of Master Mask striking a pose? No. Maybe it's this? Maybe if you present the letter, it will let you click? Maybe. No, he's laughing again. He's laughing again. Oh, I thought we got somewhere, but we've missed it again. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. I guess that might not be the contradicting evidence. I don't feel like that's not a contradiction. That's just... I guess that's something we can't say yet. How about this? No? Alright. What are we missing here? Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB security at 1 AM. Oh no, there was another thing that I may have wanted to present. It was this. There we go. Okay. Alright, we got it. Because that photo, the photo in that news article, he doesn't have the diamond on. So that's what I'm guessing this is. Take a look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the Tear of Emanon, the stolen jewel. Well, what about it? The problem is this jewel's color. Oh, okay, so the Tear of Emanon, okay. Okay. I'm figuring it out. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm figuring it out. Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Emanon that Master Mask stole at all. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Brain's working. And your point is, Mr. Trite? So you were trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite? That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright?
Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Yes. This is who Kane Bullard was actually blackmailing. The guy with the red diamond himself. Let's go. I don't even need to save that time. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single Master Mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward.
A jewel? probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. Oh, sorry, not conspicuously. Conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is the diamond referred to in the letter, which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Order? Order in the court. Order, I say. It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite. Uh-oh. I don't like the way he said that. Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke at me? Are you for real? Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world... Yes, it certainly does. Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atmey's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity? Alright, we saving. Atmey killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Luke Atmey wanted to so desperately keep was his identity as... Shit. Okay. Master Mask. I'm gonna try that. Luke Atmey was Master Mask. Nope, this is wrong. No, okay. Reloading. It's a blackmailer. It's a blackmailer. Okay, that was more obvious. Okay. A blackmailer. Luke Atmey was a blackmailer. Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atmey. Are you saying that Atmey was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
Ugh, you have to admit that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atmey. But Ron Delight was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tears of Emanon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Detailed plans. In which case, that would mean that Ron Delight was actually Master Mask. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atmey. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. But what is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with the tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you... You see that I, Luke Atmey, was blackmailing Ron Delight. In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Mask. Well, yes. Ron Delight started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise. In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atmey know that Ron Delight was Master Mask? No, I didn't get to save in time! Oh, that sucks! Okay. How did Luke Atmey know that Ron Delight was Master Mask? It's the newspaper clipping again, right?
think that's coffee cup 14? Oh, he's getting close to the end then. How did Luke know? Clipping makes enough sense for me? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention. Well, what do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Rhonda Light in his guard uniform. It seems that Master Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when you learned that under his mask, Master Mask was really Rhonda Light. What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Master Mask? Only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud, trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Why, you? How dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I am a famous and proud ace detective, and I am also Master Mask. Why can't you understand that? Oh, his mouth is twitching. Good luck, buddy. I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why, you? How dare you even dare to imply that? Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, he's just going for it. Just smile and wave as he goes insane. It would seem we finally arrived at the real answer. That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme. Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atme. Yeah, I was wondering. I felt like there was going to be more to this. That didn't feel like a good enough conclusion to me. The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim. But what do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. You don't get much more in your face than that. It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite. What do you... It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer. And that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder. That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull... But... There's still one thing you have yet to prove. What's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No. No way! My gosh. Order? Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright? This is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Atme was at Mr. Bullard's office on that night. We saving. We saving. We saving again. But can you really prove that? That's long enough. Mr. Trite, I want to hear your answer. That night, Luke Atme was at KB security. And the defense... Shit. Alright. I always like to start with the worst option. The idea that I can't prove it. Because that usually rules out... Saying I can't prove it usually makes me lose no health, but tells me that it's the right one. So I'm just gonna go can't prove it just to make sure it's not that. I can't prove it. Just as I thought.
But if we hear more of Detective Atmey's testimony... Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite. What do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Atmey is here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Master Mask. No. Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delight will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Dang it. We fucked it. Order? Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness. I can't believe it. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it will be too late. Huh? Why? Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts, and it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Atmey will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as Master Mask, which means he will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is concerned.
No way!
The fact that you are unable to prove Mr. Atmey's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer. Damn it, we really fucked it. We got the bad ending. Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atmey, will go free. You've cross-examined every statement the witness here has made today. And as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid that I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Come on, object. Are we really not able to go back and actually try and prove? Or no, okay. Hereby end the cross-examination. Oh, thank goodness! Mia coming in clutch! I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this was what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you? Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice. No way! Mia! Woo! Mia moment! Long time no see, Phoenix. Mia! This is the true power of the crane channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony's not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Yes, that's true, but... Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. Well now, Sir Lawyer, seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Rhonda Lights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever. Very well. Then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor? I nearly called him professor. Is something the matter? Mr. Godo. Nothing. Also, lawyer, looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at... Let's hear it. Huh? It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godo, what are you? Very well then. Mr. Look at me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks. The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer. So please, give us one last bit of testimony. Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. And so it continues. It heats up. Alright, we save. We save here for now. I can't believe saying we can't prove it actually brought us further in the game. I can't believe I was right to do that. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Zvari! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. I don't think it does. I think we can prove this wrong. This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well. The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But, how did you know about the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer. Grr. Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer? I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. We cannot postpone Luke Atmey's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a sec. Just one chance? Ha! It seems that the party's about to begin. Well, Phoenix, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix. Pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. Ooh, shit, the stakes are high. Cup number 17. The last cup. It seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony. I'm going to save right now because I don't know what they're gonna let me do. And I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination. Oh, here we go. It is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. That is not contradictory. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight, and thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter? The victim lightly just mistook the color of the jewel. Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. How many times did the buzzer sound? The buzzer did sound once. The buzzer went off once at 1:02 a.m. The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. I'm gonna try and press this. Mr. Atme, about this last remark. You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. What? I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That this scum was in Kane Bullard's office that night. And now, it's time for me to drink my last cup. Oh, why is he chugging it like that? Shit. Well, whoops. Let's try that again, shall we? So that was not the final contradiction. Alright, da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. The last testimony. Okay, let's save here so we don't have to go through all of that. So that wasn't the contradiction. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the day beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints. The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. How does he know that Delight was wearing the Master Mask outfit? Uh-oh. Mr. Atme, about this last remark. Nope. Okay, this is also wrong. Dang it. Alright. It wasn't that one. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the day beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me the true culprit was Rhonda Light. I have a feeling it might be this, but I don't know what about this it would mean. How would you have known about the date beforehand? Mr. Atme, about this last one. Fuck. Nope. No, that wasn't it. Wait, it's not giving me the option to go back in. No! You're telling me I lose again? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! No! No! No, please! Oh, this is so unfair. Okay. It is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date. It's not that one. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. How do you know about those? Is my next question. Objection. No? Oh, I can't even go back again. I'm just gonna keep losing. Oh, I'm sorry, gang.
Time to speedrun losing. This is what I have to do, right? I have to press, right? Hi, Charizard. What am I missing here, Charizard? Don't tell me the whole thing. Give me a hint. Okay, I will ask. Charizard. I'm meant to press, right? That's what they said. Phoenix said he has to find the contradictory statement and press it. We don't have to do any presenting here, right? You have to press on something. I do. Okay. Just making sure. I had to leave. I'd known about the date. My deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was absolutely... So... I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. Fuck. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Da 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 da. What is the statement that contradicts that? My gosh, we're getting so many guilty verdicts. What is the statement? What is his statement and testimony that contradicts that he wasn't there? Sorry. Yeah. What contradicts his statement that he wasn't at Bullard's? Is it this one? No. Ah. Need a hint? Yeah, I kinda do. I kinda do. I'm not getting it. My brain is not getting this right now. Let's say you got faked out at the last moment? Okay. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Very, therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. This one? All the evidence points to that poor boy? Okay, so it isn't the exact last bit. Ugh. Time to die again. Death, death, death. Death, death, death. It's a sneaky hint. It's a sneaky hint? It's a sneaky hint? How sneaky? You got faked out at the last moment. The blackmail letter, the victim most likely just mistook the color of the jewel. This?
Objection.
Oh. No. I got faked out at the last moment. Did I? I got faked out at the last moment. I'm pressing all of the final statements, but none of those work. Do you mean I've pressed this? Okay. Yes or no question. Have I pressed a statement that was the correct one, but I left to go back to the menu too early?
Is that what happened? Yes? Okay. Now I have to remember which one it was. I don't remember which one it was. I've done this exact thing before, where I've pressed something or presented something and it's made it seem like it's the wrong one, but it's not, and I just didn't go far enough to get that result. Oh, this one. This might have been it. Yes! It's this one. I think I can tell, because... Let me undo my little thingamajigo here. Because it has the options button. All the other options I've done haven't given me the option to save or back out. This is the only one that has. So this was the right one all along, and I was just an idiot. Okay, cool. Good to know. Mr. Atme, about this last remark. Objection. You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godo. Wow, I really backed out before this. I am kicking myself right now. What? Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? I nearly forgot to do his voice. Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. Yeah, you've had your 17 cups of coffee. You can't have an 18th, buddy. You are just gonna be parched for the rest of this trial. When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Master Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? That was, it was just a few hours ago. Back when my 6th cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know about this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There's no way that you should have known about that. Hey! Let's go. You were in the next courtroom being tried as Master Mask. So then enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information? Well... Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out. Only one way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer. But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Impossible. And the shadow becomes Luke Atme. Detective Atme, you saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was— I nearly called him Juan. what Ron was wearing. Oh? Earthquake? Oh no. He's going Super Saiyan. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. We did it! Pat on the back, everybody. What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atney, who was in turn blackmailing Ron DeLite. Why am I using Godot's voice for this? And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atney tried to frame Ron DeLite. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth. Excuse me. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of murderer. Don't ignore me! I'm guessing this is Ron? There it is. Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict. I know. You never committed any murder. That's right. I'm so glad you understand that. But I really am Master Mars. Oh, Ron. Ron, please. Huh? So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy? Now that you mention it, I've been careless. Careless? What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. Then, Master Mask is really innocent? It would seem so. For now. For now? Yeah, because he still did the other crimes. So he could still be kind of tried for those, right? Now then, this court finds the defendant... not guilty! Woo! Confetti! I never realized there was confetti in a courtroom. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all. Yeah, baby, we did it! We did it! There's a Wii version? Oh! I knew that these games originally started on the DS, but I didn't know they were on the Wii as well. Huh. Detective Spamton about to lose it all, and thank goodness for that. That man deserves it. And finally, I do. Finally, I break through. Finally, I finish the case. You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah. It's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh? I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Crane Channeling School? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around. Bye, Mia. Mia. Ah, but Mr. Wright! I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that all of this has happened. Come on, just be happy already. And she's back. Maya, you've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Master Boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security? Becoming Master Mask? I did it all for one reason. For her. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why you became Master Mask? Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. Honestly, I'm more surprised than anything else that Desiree was literally just a side character in this. I thought she was gonna have a lot more involvement, and I thought she was gonna be evil. Turns out some guy did just do 2 crimes at the same time, because that's a thing now. That's not true, right, Nick? Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it. I can? I kind of wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if a bowl is broken, there is always a way to put it back together. Oh, I know the proof! The urn! The sacred urn. Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife. She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Oh, that was Desiree, that wasn't Ron. There you are. Ms. Delight. You did it, Ronnie, you're innocent. I'm so happy. But thank you, I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really Master Mask either. Miss Delight, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away. But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like the detective. I see. My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them, like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desi. Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy. Yes? I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. I can feel my face going red. Aww, you like her too? I mean, I would too. I like her too. It's very true. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, congratulations! Pooh! The baby is back! Talk about bad timing. Mr. Nick, how could you? With another man's wife, in front of Mystic Maya. No, I'll never forgive you. Never, ever. Reverse child abuse. So just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Please! Pearl knocked him out! One hit KO! Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together, but I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Oh, they're so cute! Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before. Oh, they're so adorable! I love them! Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. The end. Oh, that was good. A brand new episode has been added. Maya's a maid? Oh, this looks cool. Desiree's a true crime fan. She is. She watches BuzzFeed Unsolved. And Mr. Bolin. Unfortunately, it was exclusively in the Wii shop. I don't think there's a hard copy. Oh, that sucks. The fact that there's no hard copies left of everything
well, not everything, but a lot of things, feels strange. Like, if there is one person in the world who figures out how to press a button and delete everything, then we've lost so much media. And that's a worry. I don't think everything needs to be software. I think some things can be hard copies. Maya works part-time as a spirit maid and fights crime during the night. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, she is. I love that for her. Alright, let's see the beginning. Let's see the beginning of the new one. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. It wasn't me! I swear it wasn't me! The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank from that poisoned cup of coffee. No, you're wrong! I know what I saw! I saw... What is happening? What is happening? Who is that? Phoenix? I saw someone else there. A man. He's the real killer. Phoenix? No one else has a haircut that bad. Why won't anyone believe me? Oh, it's this guy again. Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you? Mr. Wright? This court finds the defendant guilty. This court is adjourned. Phoenix's first loss? Oh, holy shit. That's intense. Title screen. We will find out what goes down next week in our next episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Yeah, baby. No shot, Maya killed another person. Honestly, I was kind of expecting Maya to be the defendant there. I was very much expecting that she was actually going to be the defendant out of that, which is really funny. But yes, thank you everyone so much for coming to stream. Enjoyed the stream? Thank you, Spycheck. Thank you for coming. And thank you everyone else for coming. Thanks for hanging out and vibing and just, you know, yeah. Thank you everyone for hanging around. So let's see, shall we? Who should we raid on this fine evening? Oh, let's go to ending stream. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Great work today, thank you. Can't wait for it, thank you. I'm excited to see everyone next week as well. I'm excited to see everyone on Thursday. I'm not sure what I'll be streaming on Thursday. Got a few options. Because Slime Rancher 2 has come out, but I didn't do the playthrough of Slime Rancher 1 that I wanted before I started Slime Rancher 2. So I think I might play Slime Rancher, but then I might play Apex, might play Valorant, might play, Diamond. There's a lot of options right now, but I'll think about it as the time comes. But let's see. There's a few people online. Let's... You know what? Let's raid Mukururu again. It's ending already? At least the case is complete. Maybe I'll continue my sketch that involves the tale? Oh, please do. That sounds fun. That sounds very fun. But yes, I know who we are gonna raid. Where's the raid button? Raid... The trash panda. Start raid. Alrighty. Everybody, hop in! Let's send Mukururu some love. Everyone, this is the raid message. feel free, if you're a sub, feel free to also use the emotes. We call it a cool berry raid. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for coming to stream today. I'm sorry that it was scuffed at the start. At the start? Thank you so much for your patience through that, and I'm glad we ended up being able to have a successful stream. So yeah, thank you so much everyone. If you want to join my community and hang around and answer the daily questions, that's a new role that I've made. We have the Discord server that you can join. And also, if you want to follow me on various social medias, you can follow me on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter to just see updates on what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling about different things, stuff like that. But until next time, thank you so much everyone for the follows and chatting and the redeems and helping me fix my problem with Mix It Up Bot. It seems good now. Thank goodness for that. But yeah, have a good day everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Send love to Mukururu. Mwah!